This is Chad from Six Blog. I'm sick, and I just want to say a big thank you to everybody that tunes in, watches my videos, especially those that leave comments on my videos or the people that visit my blog and stuff like that. I really appreciate your support and everything, and just kind of wanted to say a big thank you. But anyway, for the video that I'm going to do today, a while back, John Abela from Redwood Outdoors has sent me a box, and it had a bunch of different items in it. So I was able to actually put my hands on quite a few different items that I was interested in. So it kind of helped me out a whole lot being able to, like I said, put my hands on these items instead of rather having to order them and then seeing if it will work, and you know, possibly having to deal with an exchange or a return, or you know, just the simple fact that I just didn't like it. The last video that I did, that's on my blog and I believe on YouTube, is on the ZPacks Cuben Fiber Blast 30 backpack that he sent, which I have here. And that was one of the items that was in the pack, but he sent a bunch more. So what I want to do today is, before I put them in the box and ship it all back out to John, I just kind of want to go through the items individually and talk a little bit about each one, just to kind of help out, you know, if there's other people out there that may have questions about some of the items that John sent me. I know for me, I always find it really helpful if I can see a video of somebody actually holding it and talking about it. So that's what I want to do real quick. The items that I have here, I haven't got any use out of, so I'm not trying to say how they perform in the field or anything like that. This is just an initial review kind of thing. Also, real quick, I do want to give a shout out to John Abela again. Big thanks, John, for giving me this opportunity. And for anybody that is not familiar with John Abela from Redwood Outdoors, I highly suggest you go and check out his sites. He has a few of them. He has a YouTube video, and if you'll search for Redwood Outdoors, and I'll put that at the bottom of the screen, capital R-E-D, capital W-O-O-D, capital O-U-T-D-O-R-D-O-O-R-S. That's his YouTube username. He has a lot of interesting videos, informational videos. Also, his main site that he's had lately has been redwoodoutdoors.com, and I'll post that up under here too. That's pretty much just his personal blog. He talks about a lot of different gear, some of it XUL, some SUL, some UL, maybe even some lightweight. Also, he documents some of his hiking trips and stuff on there, so it's a great blog to check out if you're interested in any of that stuff. I believe you'll find it worth your time if you check it out. And last but not least, he started another blog, is hikelighter.com, capital H-I-K-E, capital L-I-G-H-T-E-R dot capital C-O-M. And essentially he's made this blog so that he can focus on exclusively SUL and XUL gear. And real quick, I'm going to put a screen up, a shot up on the screen and give you a definition of what he considers weights for certain terms. Real quick, I'll just tell you. Heavy hauler is somebody that he considers with a base pack weight of greater than 15 pounds. Ultralight, base pack weights between 8 and 15 pounds. Super ultralight with a base pack weight between 3 and 8 pounds. And then extreme ultralight is a base pack weight of less than 3 pounds. So if you're interested in you know, checking out some super ultralight gear, extremely ultralight gear, think you might be interested in trying to get your pack weight down to that, I highly suggest you go and check out his site. Like I say, he just started it. He's got a couple of good posts on there already, but I'm sure there's going to be a lot more good information to come out of it. So keep your eyes peeled on that. So anyway, what I'm going to do real quick is I'm going to go ahead and just kind of get started going through the gear that he's sent me and talking about each piece just a little bit. Like I said, I'm not going to go extremely into things because I haven't used any of this gear. I just kind of want to give an initial impression for people that might, you know, just kind of want to see it before they buy it. You know. So here we go. The first item that I want to talk about is some stoves that he sent. He sent me quite a few different stoves, and the first two that I want to talk about is made by Tinny from Mini Bull Designs. I'm sure a lot of people are familiar with Tinny from Mini Bull Designs. He's made quite a name for himself, and he's got some pretty cool little stoves and some cook pots, and he's kind of making his way around. But anyway, the two stoves I want to talk about is Mini Atomics. Now I just ordered mini atomic for myself with carbon felt, but John sent me these, and I'm glad that he did, because he sent two different versions. He sent one that's got carbon felt inside it, and he sent one that doesn't have any carbon felt inside it. I was interested in these because I was wondering if the burn times would be any different, considering the way that the carbon felt absorbs the fuel after you pour it in there. From what he can tell and from what I gather, there's not really much of a difference between the two. So the differences is the one that doesn't have the carbon felt weighs 0.5 ounces or 15 grams, and it costs $20. The one that does have carbon fiber in it, it weighs 0.6 ounces or 18 grams, and it also costs $20. So the difference between the two is 3 grams, and the cost is the same. The big thing to consider between the two, if this one tips over when there's fuel burning, it has the potential to come out the holes. If this one tips over when fuel's burning, the carbon felt inside it's absorbed the fuel and it's not going to spill out. So it's a big safety feature for 3 grams. The next item that I want to talk about is going to be also another stove from Tinian Mini Bull Design, and that is the Elite. Now this is just a basic side burner stove. It's a very lightweight stove. It weighs 0.4 ounces or 9 grams. Cool thing about this stove, you set the cook pot right on top of it. You don't need a separate pot stand or anything like that. It's all integrated. Pretty interesting little stove there too. The last stove that I want to talk about that John sent me is this. This is the Soto OD Hour Micro Regulator Stove. Now this is a canister stove. It's not an alcohol stove. From doing some of the reading and stuff and talking to John, this seems like a very worthwhile stove to have. The stove itself weighs 2.5 ounces or 71 grams, so it is a bit heavier, but this stove has a little bit of magic in it from what I understand, and that magic is this little regulator down here. It's just got a little twist handle on it here to turn the fuel control, the knob up or down. It's got 3 little arms here that swing out and they lock down, and then it also has a piezo igniter on there, and it works. It just shot me. But anyway, that's the Soto OD Hour Micro Regulator Stove, and you can pick these up for about $69 at a REI or similar prices at other places. Okay, the first jacket that I want to talk about is going to be the ZPacks Cuben Fiber Rain Jacket, and that's here. Thing about these rain jackets is these are one size fits all. This rain jacket is the light version. You can get them in 2 different versions. This is made with 0.74 per ounce square yard Cuben fiber, and it weighs 3 ounces or 84 grams. I'm having to read all this stuff. Like I said, it is one size fits all. It's made out of Cuben fiber. It's not the breathable Cuben fiber, so you got to keep in mind this does not breathe at all. It does have pit zips. What I like, it has a little hang loop in here. I think that's kind of overlooked by a couple of people. It's got little adjusters for your hood so that you can adjust your hood, and it's also got adjusters around the wrist cuffs. In order for this jacket to be completely 100% waterproof, Joe does recommend that it be seam sealed. And as you can see, the one size fits all is pretty tight on me. Next, these are probably one of the items that I really salivated over. These are the Black Rock Gear Cuben Fiber Over Mitts. The awesome thing about these is they weigh 0.5 ounces for the pair. It's made out of a very lightweight Cuben fiber. This possibly may be the 0.31 ounce per square yard. I'm not sure, it doesn't specify. The inside palms is made out of the waterproof breathable Cuben fiber, which is good because you want your hands to be able to breathe, because if I don't know about y'all, but my hands typically sweat if they start getting hot. And they've got a little titanium cinch hook there. Downside of these, they're about $100 a pair. Highly suggest you looking into them if you're all about lightweight and don't mind spending some money. Let's see, next is the OR Helium jacket. It weighs 7 ounces or 199 grams. Again, this is the size large. It's constructed of 20D Pertex shield, and it's a 2.5 layer Pertex shield. It has a zippered chest pocket on the front. It has an internal stuff pocket on the inside that closes with hook and loop. It has a, you can adjust your hood here, and it's got a little bit of a stiff area for a brimmed hood. Now I will say I'm really happy with this jacket. I like this jacket. I think the large fits me well, and I think for a summer jacket this would be awesome. At only 7 ounces. You're not going to notice this thing in your pack. The two big turnoffs that I didn't like about this jacket is it didn't have hand pockets and it didn't have pit zips. I don't know, after handling the jacket and trying it on, I believe it's something I might can work with. I don't know, to be honest with you. I like the way the elasticized cuffs fit around my wrist. They're just a little bit loose, but they're not, you know, too loose that would cause me any concern. Alright, the next thing I want to talk about is going to be made by Mountain Laurel Designs. This is a bug bivy. I'm not going to take it out of the pack and all that stuff, just kind of tell you a little bit about it. It weighs 6.8 ounces in the stuff sack. The bottom is made with 1.35 ounce per square yard seal nylon, and the top uses 0.7 ounce per square yard bug netting. They do cost $125. You can get the Cuben fiber version, save by the weight, and spend an extra $50. So, okay, next I want to talk about the Montbell Tachyon Anaerope. It weighs 2.6 ounces or 74 grams. Keep in mind that's the large size. This thing is made with 7 denier ballistic airlight nylon ripstop. What I like about it, it's got this little wire in here for the hood. It's got about a 1/4 zip across the front. Doesn't have any pockets anywhere. And that's the size large on me. That's the Montbell Tachyon Anorak jacket, and you can get this for about $89 on the Montbell side. And then the last item I want to talk about is the ZPacks Extra Small Cuben Fiber Zero Pack. This is called a Zero Pack because there's 0 features to it. The only thing this pack has is this little loop down here. Has a cinch loop at the top. You can actually run that through, kind of use that as a compression, pull it down, or it's just a way to keep this thing from flopping all around. And it has shoulder straps, and it's got little bitty makeshift daisy chain on it. Other than that, that's it. It doesn't have a waist belt or anything like that. I was really glad that John sent this because I'm debating going to something like this for my summer pack whenever my gear is smaller. Right now I'm looking at, I can make, if I get one of these in a size small, I'm looking at I can get my pack weight down to about 6.3 pounds for summer gear, which is good for me. But anyway, this is the extra small. This one weighs 2.3 ounces or 65 grams, but I will say that he had this custom built with 1.24 ounce per square yard Cuben rather than the 1.43 ounce per square yard Cuben, which is the normal when he makes it. That's the cool thing about ZPacks. Ask Joe to build you whatever you want, and typically most, you know, if it's within reason, Joe will be able to build it for you. So I really like this pack though. With this pack, the extra small pack, I cannot remember what how big this is. Maybe like 1,100 or 1,500 cubic inches. I can't remember. I'll post it. But anyway, with this pack, I can fit every bit of my summer gear and have just a hair bit of room left in the top to cinch this thing down. The only thing is though, is I don't have room for my food or my water. So that's why I'll probably go with the size small. But anyway, I really appreciate John for sending this because this was another eye-opener for me. And it just, like I said, it really helps whenever I actually go to pull the trigger. So anyway, that's the gear that John sent me, and I want to say a big thanks again to John. For anybody, like I said, that is interested in extreme ultralight or super ultralight stuff, I highly suggest you check out his site. And until then, I appreciate you for watching my video. And if you have any comments, questions, anything like that, post them at the bottom and I'll do my best to answer them. And until next time, see you later.